What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about Bretman Rock, which low-key has been... I can't even tell you the last time that I've even talked about Bretman Rock on this channel, which low-key, I'm going to do like an updated version coming soon of like a get ready with me and talking about like influencers that I like and dislike. I did a video like that a long time ago with like specifically beauty influencers, and we're going to be talking about within today's video that Bretman doesn't even like consider himself a beauty influencer anymore, but I kind of would still put him in that category, being that he did get his big start from doing beauty content. Do you know what I mean? But we're going to be talking about him within today's video. Before we jump into that, I have a couple things to talk to you guys about. First, one being that I am going to try my hardest, okay, but you guys already know how I am, okay? Look, I'm just like the most honest person. Y'all know I keep it 100 with you guys, okay? That when I try to stick to a schedule, I just find myself falling off of it. But that really does hurt me, obviously, when it comes down to the algorithm, when it comes down to views, and obviously for you guys too, because you guys don't know like what time of day to like check for an upload, because I really am all over the place. Moving forward though, I'm gonna try, okay? Once again, keyword try, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. You already know how I am. I'm kind of like unreliable, just keeping it real. I just am gonna try though, for the sake of the algorithm, for you guys, just for everything, to upload daily at 11 a.m. And I feel like that's like a lot, you know what I mean? But I just really feel like with this specific channel, I noticed that if I say, for example, don't post for 2 days, it's like it really does hurt my views. And if I stay consistently posting daily, then it actually boosts it more. So I'm kind of like, damn, I really have to like do daily uploads, which low-key is kind of a lot of work. And then on top of that too, like it's kind of a lot to like think of so many different things that are like relevant to talk about. Although I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, like I would like to talk about a lot of like celebrity stuff, but I just noticed specifically on this channel, like pretty much the only thing that gets views on here is like beauty influencers or regular influencers. But I don't know, for some reason, like when I like y'all, I follow TMZ, I follow like the Shade Room, like I follow all these sites, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but then I'm just kind of like, specifically on this channel, it's just like influencers and stuff. But I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. For the YouTube algorithm, I literally am going to be trying my hardest to do daily uploads at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm letting you guys know that once again. Take it with a grain of salt though, because y'all know how I am, and I just feel like I'm just very unreliable, and yeah. But I really do got to stick to a structure. I really do got to stick to a schedule. I really do feel like that would be, how many times am I going to say really? I feel like that'll be beneficial for this channel. The next thing that I want to talk about before jumping into today's video is makeup related. I need your guys' help, okay? I'm balling on a budget right now, y'all. Like, I am like, woo, I'm kind of like pinching pennies over here. I have a couple trips coming up. Like, when I say coming up, I mean like within the next like 9 months. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I have like no budget for anything else right now. I want to, well, not I want, I kind of need a new primer, because y'all, I have been out of the primer game for a hot minute, because I'm just kind of like, okay, I like the e.l.f. one, the Power Grip, and I really enjoyed it for a while, and then I just found like, it's like whatever. Honestly too, I feel like throughout the day, it's kind of weird that like I noticed that my foundation does hold on better, but then I noticed that it would crack, and I'm like, wait, when I don't wear it, then my foundation won't crack, which was kind of weird. So I'm kind of like, yes, I get longevity out of it, and it like, you know, doesn't look as oily and stuff like that throughout the day, but then it'll crack. So I'm just kind of like, do I want to look more oily, or do I want my skin to crack? And honestly, I'd prefer to look more oily than to have my skin crack, because I noticed when I wore the Power Grip, I did a road trip to Vegas, and I did my makeup in the morning. You know, by the time we got there, by the time we got to the hotel room, I was gonna go touch up my makeup, and I was like, what's up with my face? Like, oh my gosh, it's cracking. And I literally tried to touch it up, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and like peeled off. So I was like, okay, I need a different primer, but I need one that's like I know I'm literally asking for the holy grail right now, but I want something that's hydrating but long wearing, that's not going to like make my makeup sit in crevices and creases. Do you know what I mean? If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. I actually was going to try the e.l.f. cooling stick. I said I was going to pick that. Well, I mean, did I say it on video before? I don't remember when I had said it, but I wanted to pick it up, right? But then I keep on seeing that anything that has a cooling effect is really not good for people with like redness. And I just don't know if I should try that, because I was like, oh, that looks like a cool new one. It's only like $8 and it's hydrating. And then I like that it's a stick form. It seems very easy to use. But then I was just kind of like, damn, if it has a cooling effect, is it going to like, you know, make my redness even worse? Because y'all know I hate my redness, and that's pretty much the only reason why I wear makeup on a daily basis. But anyways, please answer that question down below. Sorry to ramble. We're going to be talking about Bretman Rock. Let me shut up. Oh, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and then let me shut up and let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about with Bretman Rock is, honestly, it's really old. I do have to give a shout out to the viewer's voice. I was watching his video, and I saw the TikTok that he played within his video about Bretman Rock, and I was like, I stay on the internet. I stay on TikTok. Like, y'all, my For You page is really like kind of full of a lot of drama, obviously, because it knows what I engage with. And I'm so surprised that I had never seen this TikTok before, because it is old. I want to say it's from oh, excuse me, from like 2023, but I don't know exactly what point. But it's definitely like over a year old, and I never seen it. Basically, where Bretman Rock was doing an interview with this site called them.us. I went to their TikTok to like basically go read, you know, comments and things like that. And y'all, some feathers were ruffled because obviously people were bothered because he does, you guys will see in a minute, he does make a statement to where like the white people ruin the beauty community. And honestly, I could understand where people would be a little bit, you know, offended at first because it's like, okay, you're just singling out white people, whatever. But then I was like, but if you really think about it, you know what I mean? Honestly, I'm not trying to like push any buttons here, but I'm like, look at how all the drama started. Do you know what I mean? So I don't feel like it's too far-fetched or offensive for him to say that within my personal opinion. Within my personal opinion, that's just me. I'm going to play that though, because this does play a role into what we're going to talk about next, where he is calling out James Charles. Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Y'all can like read between the lines on the one that we're going to talk about, because I'm so sorry, but I was like, I don't care what he is talking about James Charles. And I never knew that they had beef. Like, honestly, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait, I did not know that James Charles and Bretman Rock had beef. Like, I don't know why, for some reason, I just kind of thought that, like, I don't know, I felt like that would be cordial or something, but I don't know. Anyways, go ahead and check out this clip right here.
I don't want to be tied with the beauty community anymore. I'm not a beauty guru. The girls were not happy with this video. Ultimately, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. White people ruin the beauty community, and I'ma go. It just became a money industry, and like, it just became an ick to me. Like, when did beauty become so ugly? That part. And so, yeah, I was like, it's no longer a beauty industry, beauty community. And I use the word community very loosely, like my whole. Bitch, it was like, how are y'all do not even know how to apologize? It's as simple as addressing what you did, saying sorry, and never doing it again. But you bitches are gonna cry, make up excuses, not say sorry, and still do the shit you say. The beauty industry became the sorry industry. And bitch, I'm sorry. No, hell no.
Y'all, we got background noise today. I apologize. The ghetto bird is just out. And low-key, I kind of waited a couple minutes to see if it would go away. And nope, they are just still circling. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh my god, it's really low too. So let's see how good this mic is at not picking up the sound. Anyways, as you guys saw from right there, obviously that could ruffle some feathers, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? But I'm bringing that up because this does play a role into the next clip that we're going to be talking about, as to where he's like referencing like James Charles and things like that, because he does make a reference to that specific interview and he stand by what he said, and hey, cool, good for him. You know what I mean? Also, I want to know too, because by the way, the video that I'm talking about, he did a cooking video with an influencer here on YouTube. And I'm so interested to like know like why he really like he basically references that he came to like LA and then he just like had a horrible experience and he was like, I don't want any part to be in the beauty community, and that's it. He like cut his ties. But I want to know the full tea at like what really happened, because basically he like brings up this situation where he was like, someone went up to him and said, oh my god, where'd you get your tan? And then he's like, the sun. Like, I was like, I know that is not just it, because I'm so sorry, like that's really not that big of a deal. I get it, obviously it could be offensive, do you know what I mean? But it's just kind of like, wait, that made you want to drop the beauty community and not come to LA? So I'm like, I want to know the full tea, because it kind of seems like there's this ongoing thing of like LA parties and like everything being like, you know, a little bit like taboo, and like things happen at these LA parties, these influencer parties. And I'm like, y'all, you guys know, I've told you guys before, I've been, well, I wouldn't call them like influencer parties, but I've been to like, I guess like PR parties, do you know what I mean? For like Makeup Forever and Makeup Geek, where all the influencers are, but obviously it's in a little bit more of a professional setting. And I'm like, the only thing that you will really see up in there is everyone kissing ass and like low key just being fake. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I want to know his version of the story, but I feel like one day though, he'll probably open up about it, but he's just kind of like, you know what? He's living over there in his island, and y'all, do you guys see his TikToks? Like, I am so sorry, but like he literally lives in paradise. Like, just looking at his backyard, looking at his view, like I'm like, oh my, he literally is living in paradise. I'm like, if I woke up to that view every day, I feel like I'd be I feel like I'd be so peaceful and just calm. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, go ahead and check out this clip right here where he's referencing James. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say James Charles. Check it out.
Are you gonna get into your acting bag?
Sometimes we try things and we shouldn't.
Yeah,
and then they always have like ugly names, like James. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm not gonna play a James. Sorry to all the James, except for one James I'm thinking of. You ugly inside and out.
It's always smoke. It's always smoke over here.
Okay, am I tripping on this? Am I reaching? And be so for real with me. Do you guys feel like I am reaching for thinking that's James Charles? Like, I'm like, come on. I just feel like out of any other name you could have chose, like you could have said Brian, you could have said Kevin, you could have said Ethan. There's just so many different names you could have said, and you said James. And then you're gonna talk about being ugly on the outside and the inside. It's kind of like, okay, everybody's gonna know who you're referring to. You know what I mean? Once again, it is just speculation. This is just my opinion. I am so sorry it comes across obviously as it is about James Charles. But you know what I think is really crazy too? I feel like it's so telling of somebody as popular and big as Bretman Rock to be making a comment like that about James Charles. And I think that that really does say something. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, y'all, I feel like Bretman Rock is kind of known for like being out of the drama. Like he's just over there living in Hawaii, living his best life. And he's really not in drama like that. Like, y'all, we very rarely even talk about Bretman Rock on here because he's never really tied up in any type of drama, you know? And I just feel like he wouldn't insert himself unless he really felt passionately about it. Do you know what I mean? Once again, this is just my opinion, but I really do feel like that was about James Charles. I am so curious to know what James Charles has to say about this. Like, I'm sure he probably saw the clip and was just probably like, you know what I mean? But also, I want to say this too. I also do feel like it is very telling for somebody as popular as Bretman Rock to be making a comment like that about James Charles, because I feel like that's low key kind of validating his personality. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know. For some reason, I always feel rude saying this, but I've just always got this like, feeling from James Charles. Like, he just definitely seems like one of those people that he thinks that he's better than, he thinks he's prettier than, he thinks he's richer than. Like, he just seems like, I don't know, like superior to everyone else and everyone else is beneath him. I literally could not pinpoint an exact reason why I feel that way. I just get that impression. I don't even know if that makes any sense. I don't know if you guys feel that same way too. So I'm just kind of like, I wonder how their interaction was and how their friendship was, because low key, I kind of feel like they would have been friends, like only given that they are obviously very popular and young influencers, and especially within the beauty space. Well, I know Bretman Rock not so much anymore, but once upon a time, you know what I mean? Any which way, I am so curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this. Please let me know if you guys think it's James Charles. If it's not James Charles, what other James would it be? Like, maybe you guys know like a correlation between like Bretman Rock and another James, but I'm like, I'm so sorry. I really do feel like it's James Charles, in my opinion. But anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.